Welcome back, everyone, to I'm No Genius. As always, I'm Eli Camden. How you doing, buddy?
Fergie, you and me. Just you
Yeah,
and me.
it's just it's like the Meep and Iceman show, or one of those iconic duos and everything.
It's
It's,
just like that. Who could forget?
that's a shout out to people that don't listen to this show at all, and they probably never will. So
That's right, it happens.
yeah,
There's a lot of people who don't listen to this show, and there's a lot of people who probably never will.
yeah. There's a lot of people who are missing out, dude. I'm just saying. Like, I don't want to toot our own horn, but we're pretty awesome. Yeah,
No, we're probably one of the best on the internet, for being 100% honest.
yeah,
But
but
that's not for us to judge. Of course, that's for our moms to tell us how good we're doing.
exactly. Who they are our primary listeners, so it's always
Yes,
good to hear their feedback. My mom,
yes.
she texts me every week and says, "You guys had a good episode this week," so I appreciate that, mom.
Thanks, Patty. Has she ever said that one was pretty bad?
No, she's always been encouraging because
Well, I,
she's
I I love the encouragement, but I mean, actually, no, I don't want the negative feedback. Keep it
yeah,
up, Patty.
yeah. If we want negative feedback, we can literally ask anybody else in the world.
That's true.
We
That's
don't
true.
need we don't need it from our moms. Okay.
No, keep it up, Patty.
Yeah. Cam, how's your week been going?
Um, Pretty good. I had an online class that started, so that sucks. More homework to do, but almost one less class. So,
Pretty good. And
yeah.
any what's buzzing over there at OCU?
What's buzzing here in Round Town? Basketball team was on a little streak. We lost a close one the other night at West Virginia Tech. We play Shawnee State Saturday. So see how that goes. And then, but other than that, it's big news. I brought my hoverboard from home back to school, and I bought a charger for it because I couldn't find the one at home. Still works, and I still got it.
That's what I'm talking. What you doing tricks? Are you doing 360s?
Today, well, at first I was just zipping up and down the dorm, and then today I was running, quote unquote, running routes on it. But it was me just zipping corner routes while Jimmy was throwing the ball at my knees to try and knock me off of it. He just kept saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was a bad pass." And then we got in the room. He's like, I was aiming for the lower half of your body so you'd fall off, so you would fall." Oh, were you, Jim? Good. That's funny.
I,
Idiot.
I mean, it would have been funny if it was on video. We could have put it on the YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get around to filming something. I just have to every time I look around, Jimmy's just staring at me, plotting my death. But
Well, that's just classic
I'm
Jim.
not saying he's gonna murder me. I'm not saying that. I would not put that out there about Jimmy Salamone. However, if my body does turn up missing in a trough of pig feed, there's one person who probably put me there, and he's actually sitting next to me, going like this, pointing at himself.
Well, back to the hoverboard.
Yeah, yeah,
What's the top speed you can get on this hoverboard?
probably 95. It
95?
moves. Yeah, it'll go.
Good on the.
It'll go.
Do you like at that point? Are you just like leaning all the way forward, like basically at a 180 degree, like
You
or
ever
90
seen
degrees?
the music video for Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson? That's essentially what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Um, I'm just almost linear line, and I'm just
right.
hauling. And as soon as I stand up, it just stops. I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean
pretty incredible.
hoverboards are great and everything. I've got the scooter
Yeah.
in the living room. It's been good for the most part. It hasn't been running quite right. It's been beeping at weird times and everything, and just
Oh,
like
well.
leaving me on the side of the road, so I have to push it the rest of the way. My scooter is breaking down, if you can believe it, and it's an electric scooter and it's breaking down on the side of the road, which is not fun at all. But one piece of equipment that I do want to see make a comeback, or maybe it was never there in the first place, but it should be a part of the regular lifestyle of people. Segways. Let's get
Yeah.
segways on the road again
Well,
or
I
on the
mean,
sidewalks.
the hoverboard is just a Segway without the handle, but I agree. I think we should bring them both back because I initially brought the hoverboard back to school. So when the weather gets a little warmer, I could ride it over to the business building. Save gas, look really cool. The only problem is I'm the only one who thinks that looks really cool. So I could either block out the haters or get bullied. But what's new for a guy like me, you know?
Yeah, no, Cam, I'm right there with you, okay? Because whenever I'm riding my scooter and everything, I pop my AirPods in and I listen to whatever track I need to do to just make me feel good in the
Yeah.
morning. Like it's colder outside, but like in the fall, it was feeling really good and everything, and nice light breeze in my luscious locks and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And
Hmm.
in my ears, I'm just listening to Walk of Life by the Dire Straits, you know, and I'm
Great
just
song.
just cruising down the sidewalk. And
I
I don't
mean,
care. I don't care what other people think of me. I'm having a good time.
what are they gonna do? Chase after me on foot? You plebes? Good try. Good try.
Nice job, walkers.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez. Eat a salad.
Exact.
That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I will never eat a salad. So
Oh,
I don't know what you mean.
yeah, that's true.
But I have been trying to eat healthier lately.
That's
I've
good. How's that going?
Well, it's not going very well because my version of eating healthy is just eating less food, which is probably not the best way to eat healthy.
Intermittent fasting, that's a thing.
No, this is just fasting, like
Oh,
just not eating like
oh,
at all. So I hate the diet.
yeah. Well, I'm actually on the diet as well. No, I'm not. I'm actually Lent just started. Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, and every year you have to give something up. And I've given up those little mini sweet tarts because every time I go to the grocery store, I leave with a bag, and I have to buy a new bag every time I go to the grocery store. So that'll be a fun little challenge for me.
That's such a specific thing to give up for Lent. I mean, usually the things you give up for Lent are a little bit more abstract than that. Like
Yeah.
I'll give up fast food for Lent, or I'll give up Instagram or something like that. You're giving up the sweet tarts that you buy
Oh,
every time you go to the grocery store.
well, that's the thing is I buy them so much it's become a staple in my life. So this will be challenging for me.
You've gotten so used to the sweet tarts being a part of your life that it's going to be hard to
I
to
pop them
part to
like
part ways.
pills. This is no joke. When I had that skin rash, when I was done taking when all the pills were gone, I still had the pill bottle. And then to dish out myself a little serving, I put the sweet tarts in the pill bottle and then take them like I was an addict.
You're sick, dude. You
But it was the
just
perfect serving size.
were you trying to overdose on sweet tarts?
I would
You
like
idiot.
hide myself in my jacket and cock my head back.
Cam gets home after a long day, starts listening to Pink Floyd on a
Yeah,
record player, and just he looks at the bottle, fills it with sweet tarts, and takes a big swig.
yeah,
My
yeah. It
goodness.
worked.
It
I don't know
didn't
where
work.
that.
It
I
didn't
don't.
work. You're still here.
I don't
You
know where
did
that. I wasn't trying to kill myself. It was they're good.
just trying to have a good time. Like,
Yeah, sweet tarts.
yeah, sweet. I like sweet tarts, dude. Sweet tarts remind me a lot of middle school because of choir class.
Mm,
I think we would
mm,
always get some form of candy, but Jolly Ranchers were the primary piece of candy that we would usually get
yes.
in class. And I think we can both agree that the blue Jolly Rancher is the best.
Yeah, but I do believe that cherry's a close second.
Yeah, debatable. I like watermelon.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either of the red ones. Now, the question is which is the worst?
How many flavors are there?
We
There's
have blue raspberry, cherry, watermelon, green apple, and grape.
green apple's probably the worst.
Yeah, I don't know, it's probably grape. I don't know.
Really? I
I, 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 I mean, everyone knows when you get a pack of Jolly Ranchers and then you open the pack and share with people, the first three colors are going to run out are blue and both reds, and then you're stuck with just, all right, this is sour and this tastes like promethazine.
I don't know, dude. I always thought grape was a good substitute for blue raspberry. It's like I mean the blue ones were always going to go first, but I'm just thinking like, okay, next man up. I'm taking grape.
Are you saying grape's your second option?
I think so, dude. Just as the data has shown, I would take the grape most of the time if blue raspberry was not available.
You truly are a special man, and that's why I love you is because you're different.
Thanks,
Um,
thanks, dude.
yeah, I got to be honest, I haven't heard that one before. I mean, I don't hate it, but you do you.
I mean, like it's like let me explain my reasoning, okay? It's cup like I mean we got blue raspberry and grapes. Essentially, they're the same thing. You know what I mean? I've never had a blue raspberry, never eaten a grape in my life, but I'm sure they're the same thing.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Blue raspberries aren't a thing.
I knew that.
They're
I
not. It's not a real fruit. Also, you've never had a grape? What do you mean?
well, that's a lie. I've eaten a grape. I didn't like it, obviously.
You've
Uh,
had a single grape in your life.
yeah, yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's honestly amazing. Like I'm 21 years old. I probably lived maybe 16 years longer than I should have, like without eating so
Yeah.
much healthy food. I mean, my mom, she tried her best and everything to get me eat healthy food, but it just did not stick.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you'll have that. That's okay. You're still here.
I'm still here, so I guess I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
But I'm
That's
just wait.
awesome.
If I run out of that something, then it's gonna be
Yeah.
bad. But yeah,
Well, just
I like the grape Jolly Ranchers. It was a good second for me. But
it's all right. You know, I
thanks,
mean,
man.
Jolly Ranchers aren't bad. It's candy. Candy's good.
Yeah,
And I'm fat. Candy's
but
good. I'll eat
Cam,
whatever candy.
Cam, you're not fat, and that actually still angers me to this day that
No,
you're not fat. It
no.
would make me feel, and I think everybody else around you, a lot more comfortable if you were overweight because you eat like a pig.
Eli, Eli. It's only a matter of time. And I'm going to tell you this as someone who's slightly younger than you, but has so much more wisdom. I don't want you to wish your life away. You know, I don't want you to wish for things in the future because they call it the present because it's a gift. And I want you to enjoy the times we have right now. There's going to be a day in my life, probably in the very near future, where I get fat because I'm not doing cardio every day with a ball in my hand. But, but I don't want you to worry about that day because I want you to enjoy what's happening right now. Are we clear? You got that?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got you too.
There will be a world that you and I both live in where I am obese because I'm not going to be able to shrink my stomach and I'm just going to keep eating and eating. I'm going to be like White Goodman from Dodgeball at the very end.
Yeah, and that was an alarming turnaround rate. How
Yeah.
quickly he went because like
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's in like really good shape, and he went from like pretty good shape to like really obese in like a matter of weeks.
Yes.
Like they reconstructed the entirety of Globo Gym, turned it into an average Joe's, and so that probably took like a month, maybe two, and he went from like less maybe sub 170 to like 400 in just like that short time.
I think within 2 weeks of me not being a basketball player anymore, I'll probably weigh 400 pounds.
I don't know, dude. Like
Can you imagine?
you would be a unit, okay? Like,
That'd be awesome.
yeah. Well, Cam, back to Jolly Ranchers. I remember thinking I ate a pack of Jolly Ranchers the other day. They were Jolly Rancher gummies. I got them from the concession stand at the men's lacrosse game that I was calling, which, by
Okay.
the way, don't know anything about lacrosse. Still don't to this day.
How'd that go?
It went all right. I just inserted a couple of snarky lines like here and there. I quoted Hannah Montana, which I don't think I was supposed to do,
Which
but
quote?
I said nobody's perfect. We dance and we learn it, and and my partner got it. He got the reference, and he
Oh,
like
then good.
so yeah, he was really cool. But what else did I say? I just said like other stupid stuff. I think I said as the kids say like 12 times throughout the entire game
Use it.
because
It's
yeah,
funny.
yeah, I just said as the kids say these days he's him or whatever. And I said it exactly like that. That's the thing. And my partner like could not contain his laughter because it was so awkward the way I said it.
You sounded like you're not a child yourself.
I sounded literally I'm like 3 4 years removed from being an actual legal child. And I'm saying as the
As the
kids say.
kids say.
Yeah. But yeah, I ate a package of Jolly Rancher gummies and they were pretty good, dude.
What kind of gummies were there? Because Jimmy gave me they're like gummy lemonade, something or other Jolly Rancher thingies. Pretty
Yep.
decent.
Lemonade.
Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
that was that like a flavor or
What were those Jolly Rancher gummies?
They were just lemonade Jolly Rancher gummies.
You just call them lemonade Jolly Rancher gummies.
it was a whole package of lemonade Jolly Rancher
Like it
gummies?
was there, some were mixed. Like one was raspberry and lemonade mixed. One was lime and lemonade mix, and then one
Oh,
was blue raspberry and lemonade mix. But Jimmy ate them all.
well, yeah, because you got to go for the blue raspberry first. We've been
Yes,
over this,
yes,
but
yes, yes, yes.
yeah, I think it was just like the regular assortment and everything. Blue raspberry, green apple. Wait, is it green apple or is it lime?
Green apple Jolly Rancher, lime Skittle. Used to be green apple Skittle, changed it back to lime.
Mm, okay, yeah, I keep so Jolly Ranchers and Skittles. They have flavors and everything.
Yes.
M&Ms different colors, all the same flavor.
All chocolate.
Same with Fruit Loops.
Really? There's no distinction in flavor?
It's just sugar.
That's true.
It's just a sugar O. It's Cheerios with more sugar.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Which, by the way, have you ever had Cheerios before? Like eaten Cheerios in your life?
Yeah. Have you?
No, never have.
What? You've never had Cheerios? Did you have a childhood?
Look, I see the commercials and everything. I see, the the British bee saying "Honey Nut Cheerios" and stuff
No.
like that. Eh,
Is he British?
I think he's just like, maybe maybe
I think he's a red-blooded American bee.
no, I think he's like 16th century, maybe American. So it's like
Is he?
transatlantic
Oh,
accent or
okay.
something.
Say,
Honey,
you want your
not
Cheerios, say?
honey Nut Cheerios. But uh yeah, I saw the commercials and everything, and I was just like, no, I'm not
Oh,
convinced. It's
okay.
not for me. I was more of a honeycombs kid. Have you ever had those?
See, there, I don't think I've ever had honeycomb.
Honeycomb, dude.
Bzz.
Yeah, out of between Honey Nut Cheerios and honeycombs, two honey flavored ce-
Choices.
cereals in the
Yeah,
morning,
yeah.
I'm choosing honeycombs because it's
Also, you've never had Cheerios.
also never had Cheerios before, so it's easy to
There is
choose
a
between them.
this very distinct distinction between Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios because Cheerios is just wheat O's. Honey Nut Cheerios is where you get your sweet. So you got to get Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Have you ever you've had both then?
Yeah, yeah, because mom has a terrible habit of not reading the cereal boxes. I mean, geez, she's got to get it together. But sometimes she'll just buy the normal Cheerios, and it's like, oh, this is good. I'm eating dirt. But then when you get the Honey Nut Cheerios, it's like, oh, this is fire.
Well, that's kind of on the fault of Cheerios and everything for making basically two identical
Well,
boxes.
yeah, the Cheerios one is also yellow, but I think that's the adult one. That's why it tastes no fun. And the kids one is Honey Nut Cheerios, and that's why they got the little British bee if he is British.
What I see, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. Why the adult one is not fun? Because I assume you're implying that adults just don't like cereal. They don't eat cereal anymore. They like cereal that's not tasty. And I know that's not true because my dad, he loves to have bowls of cereal at like 3 a.m. for some reason. That's like the weirdest thing he does. Like,
But the thing is your dad is an adult, yes, but your dad is a man of culture. So I can respect that a man like your dad is going to eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
you're
You know what I mean?
Cam, I have the strange suspicion you're just trying to kiss up to my dad just because he was our fifth and sixth grade basketball coach.
Not at all, actually. I actually admire your dad beyond that. I think your dad is a superb man, and I really hope that he's listening so he can hear all these admirations that I am giving upon him. Shout
Well,
out Clay.
I assure you, my both my mom and my dad will be listening, so they'll be hearing these compliments from
Good.
you. They make up two-thirds of our audience. Your mom is the third person.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening. We're just gonna shout you out right now.
Yeah.
Uh, but Cam, talking about food and eating habits and everything, and my dad went to it's a strange combination of topics, but we're gonna roll with it. My dad the other day, this happened about 2 weeks ago. We went to McDonald's. It was after my brother's basketball game,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and my dad pulls up to the drive-through uh, speaker, the drive-through ordering interface, and he like waits there for a second, and then an automated voice like comes up and like it says, "Hello, welcome to McDonald's.
Yeah.
What would you like to order from the menu?" Like stuff is like really robotic and everything,
That's pretty
and
good.
my dad was just like, "Uh." Yeah, let me he looks back, what do you guys want? Uh it's like, just like, can I get a, large number two with a Sprite? He says, can I get a large number two with a Sprite? And the machine goes like, large number two with a Sprite. Will that be all? And I hate when drive-throughs do that. Will that be all? It's just like, no, I got a big
Yeah,
family here.
no,
Like,
like there's one guy in the car, but I'm gonna order for 16 people. Let me finish.
yeah, just like I'll tell you when I'm done. All right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have
yeah.
to say, is that all? But yeah, it says, is that all? And he says, no. And he turns to my mom. She goes like, what? He goes like, what do you want? She goes like, give me a small number four with, a Diet Coke or whatever. Says, and he says, can I get a small number four with a Diet Coke? And then machine repeats it back. And then my mom goes, actually, can you get that with like no tomato on it? And he says, yeah, I'll ask the machine. And he goes like, yeah, can I get that last order with no tomato on it? And he says, and then so the machines like duplicates the order. Like so now we have two
Oh
number
no.
four,
Oh
and then
no.
one of them has no tomato. And he goes like, no, remove
Ah,
the second
God.
order and just go with the third one. And he's just, and then he looks back at my sister Kendall, and he says, Kendall, what do you want? And she says, I'm not really hungry for a full meal, so I'll just get a I'll just get like a quarter pounder and a Sprite or something like that. And so he says, okay, can I get a quarter pounder and a Sprite? And he says, and then the machine repeats back. He goes like, would you like to make that a meal for? And he says like a quarter pound. It says, did you say quarter pounder meal or something? He goes like, no, just a quarter pounder with a Sprite. And he said, and she goes like, it was a female voice, the machine.
Yeah.
So the machine goes, quarter pounder meal with a Sprite. And he says,
Oh.
no, just the quarter pound. And at this point, I'm just like, Dad, it's like the same cost. Just like take the fries. And he goes like, it's not about the cost, it's about the principle. And my dad was getting really aggravated at this AI taking
Yeah.
our order. And so he like goes to the machine one time. He goes like, no, just give me a quarter pounder sandwich and a Sprite. And then like and then the machine finally corrects itself and repeats it back. And then it says, will that be all for like the fifth time?
Yeah.
And my dad says, yes, that'll be all, idiot. He screamed idiot at this drive-through, this automated drive-through voice. And then we pulled around and my dad was like, you know, I'm feel like I have to tell them. I'm really frustrated at that machine and everything. It's a piece of crap. And, and I'm just like, Dad, don't do this. There's no
Yeah.
point, okay? I'm sure whoever installed that machine is not actually working in the building. So don't even bother. And he goes like, "Fine, I won't." And then like they give us our food and everything. And my dad goes like, "Yeah, it's a nice machine you got back there." And then he drives off. And I was just like, "That's so passive aggressive, Dad." Like,
Well, the best part is he's not the only dad who went through that drive-through and just got infuriated about telling Plankton's wife what McDonald's meal they wanted because it probably screwed up so many um different other meals for people, and they just couldn't wrap their heads around that this little box was taking their order. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned America where you face to face and I want my Big Mac and you're gonna understand I want my Big Mac. But I will say that it is pretty impressive that it corrected itself after it screwed up, I
it
guess.
just
So
it just took four times as long as a regular
yeah,
order would have taken.
yeah.
Like,
But
and
also, if even if your meal came out wrong, probably the same type of meal you would have got ordering with a person.
yeah, true. I mean, like I guess it takes away human error on the order. Like I don't know
No,
though. Like
no,
not really.
no, not really. I would much rather talk to a human being than a robot. But
Yeah.
that's just an old-fashioned guy like me and Clay, you know?
Yeah, you know, like Cam, you're just old fashioned, okay? You wear your flannel, you wear your trucker hat
Yeah.
on this Zoom call. You like old fashioned
What
America.
can I say? What can I
Yeah.
say?
It's,
I've beaten the Oregon Trail a couple times. A couple
dude,
times.
Oregon Trail. We all grinded on the Oregon Trail
Yeah.
back in middle school.
Yeah.
It's man, we talked about middle school a lot, but
It's the
yeah,
good old days. What can you say?
it's the good old days, man. But like I wasn't gonna say anything about this entire McDonald's AI story, but then Adam and Garrett both send into our group chat, and and they say just went through like I'm trying to do it. What does Adam sound like? No, just went through a McDonald's drive-through, and it was AI taking my order. And
Is that Mark Wahlberg or Adam?
just went hey, say hi to your mother for me. And no, but- no, I'm trying. Like, I can't do Adam's voice well at all. But
No,
like,
just keep it Mark Wahlberg. That was pretty good.
yeah, I can't do his voice well either. But like Adam says, yeah, I went through McDonald's drive-through and AI took my order. And then Garrett says, my dad went through the same drive-through last week, AI taking his order. And I'm trying to trying to imagine Adam was like
Oh,
talking about dads and like, you know,
yeah.
people who are used to old America,
He was worse than your dad.
even though Adam was not a part of old
No,
America, like
no.
going through the drive-through, trying to order from a robot, and Adam was not happy about it. He goes like, the robot's taking over, you know.
Oh,
It's
he's
like,
probably so mad. And I bet his order was perfect too. It came out exactly how he said it, which probably made him even more pissed.
yeah, exactly. He goes like, I don't like it. But yeah, it's like, you know, do you fear for the future of America now that robots are being instilled in the food service industry?
Um, I don't have a lot of brain space, so I try to just occupy it with things that pertain to me at this point in time right now. So I haven't given it much thought. And if the robots take over, specifically in food world, as long as I get my food, I'll be all right. I'll let it slide. Do what you got to do. As long as it doesn't taste like gears and motor oil, we'll be okay.
That's that's a great way to look at it, Cam.
Thank
I,
you.
I appreciate your perspective.
Thank you.
Since you brought it up, some of the other things that are occupying your headspace right now, living in the here and now, what are
Uh-huh.
some of those topics that are in your head?
Well, funny you say that. Let me just pull up my handy dandy little notes app.
There you go.
Well, first thing I have on here is Grant's list. So Grant cannot be with us tonight. However, he texted me last night at midnight and he said I'm not going to be able to be on the pod because I have a bunch of errands and homework and yada yada yada. He said I do have a list though, and I need the people to hear this. I said, okay, send the list. I'll relay it to the listeners. So this is verbatim Grant's list. What he wanted the listeners to hear. This is what he's got. Topic number one, congrats, Taylor, in parentheses, Slay. Our queen did it. She won the Super Bowl. Um, Slay Queen.
Yeah,
Number two, Kanye had the best Super Bowl commercial. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Sounded pretty funny. Number three, Deadpool 3, Planet of the Apes, and the Monkey Man all look great. Agree. College Football 25 game. They released a teaser trailer. Spring training begins. Baseball is back. In parentheses, Reds World Series. Sure, Grant. And the last one, Batman Begins. He likes it more than The Dark Knight Rises.
okay. Um, okay, we got to dive into one of these first. What was the first topic again? Was it Taylor?
Congrats,
Yeah.
Taylor Slay.
Yeah, Taylor Slay. She done it. She
Yeah,
did it for the Kansas City Chiefs. She single-handedly scored a touchdown with her beautiful voice.
she did.
I'm no genius fans. I just want to make sure that you guys know that we are on the side of Swift and everything.
Yes.
We love us some Taylor and
Yes.
everything. And we couldn't be happier that her and her boy toy, whatever his name is, won the Super Bowl.
87, number 87. I think that's what he goes by.
Number 8, Kels, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelce.
Hmm.
Um, very happy for them. I'm sure the Mahomes family is very happy, which all of America is happy about. Rolling my eyes. But yeah, very excited for them. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. And by the way, you did call it last week. Like literally like we recorded last week's episode on I think it was Thursday, and the Super Bowl was on Sunday, and like we were talking about. I think we were talking about the like football briefly or something, and he says, "Oh, by the way, congratulations to the 2024 Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs,
I
and
thought that was
everything."
Grant that said that.
Was it Grant? It was one of you. But
I think it was Grant. I'll
okay,
give
but
I'll give Grant the credit. If I did say it though, I told you. I
yeah,
told you I knew it was gonna happen, but if it was Grant, like whatever, Grant, good job.
yeah, good job, Grant,
But I'm
and
pretty sure it
everything.
was Grant.
Yeah. Well, I
But if it
mean,
was me,
e-
of course
either
I was right.
either way, like
Yeah.
you guys, one of you called it ahead of time. So congratulations to you for foreseeing the future right there. Mr. Purdy and the game manager, he couldn't get it done, but better luck next year and everything. I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys will get back.
Too bad it's the Packers to lose. Topic for another time. I don't want to get into it. The
Hey,
season just ended. We'll get into it later.
yeah, we'll get into it later. What's the second topic?
Oh, well, these are all Grants, so I'm sure he has a unique opinion on all of them. But he said Kanye had the best Super Bowl commercial. From what I know, he paid $7 million for the slot, but it was just him recording on his phone.
Yeah, which honestly, it's kind of genius
Yeah, I
the way
mean,
he did it because I mean the Super Bowl time slots are already so expensive and everything. One, he saved money, and two, by filming it on his phone, it saved him money in production costs. And then 3, because it's just such a low budget, it's just him talking about like his stuff or whatever. It was the funniest commercial of the entire day.
I didn't see it. Was it? What was he like advertising?
I can't even remember what he was advertising, but it was literally just him sitting in his car filming himself. Like he turned like the
Yeah.
headlight on and everything, filming himself. He goes like, "Hey guys, so I paid this money for like a like a 15-second Super Bowl ad and everything, and yeah, I'm just gonna record it right now." So and then he like does like 3 seconds of what he's actually promoting, and then he just like it cuts off after that.
Nice.
It's
Yeah, I have
just
to look
like
that
that,
up.
honestly, like, and it probably got like more hits than any other Super Bowl ad the entire game. So yeah,
So Grant also had, and we'll probably talk about these more when there's more trailers and we're all on here together. But he said Deadpool 3, Planet of the Apes, and Monkey Man all look good. I mean,
yeah.
we agree.
I mean, I have seen the Deadpool and well, no, not it was Deadpool and Wolverine. That's the official title of Deadpool 3. And then the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trailer. I've seen both of those. Haven't seen Monkey Man. What is that?
It's produced by Jordan Peele, and it looks like just an angry man who kills a bunch of people. So
Love to hear it.
can't beat that.
That sounds like the type of film that Jordan Peele would make.
Yeah, yeah.
Which by the way, Jordan Peele, one of the funniest guys ever, but he's got a messed up mind when it comes to
Yes,
making movies.
yes,
So,
extremely.
and that's all I'll say about that.
The college football 25 game, they teased it. It's actually coming. The only thing I have to say on that, again, without Grant and everyone else here, is I hope it's not like Madden.
Uh, it's made by EA, right?
Yeah.
Not a good sign.
But weren't the other ones made by EA or not?
Well, yeah, but that was back when every Madden was different. Now every Madden is the same.
True, 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 true. Spring training begins, good for baseball fans. I don't have a favorite baseball team. I want one because you know what that means is more hats for me to buy. But
A- a-
I don't, I
actual
don't have
baseball
one.
hats and everything.
Yeah,
Actual baseball
yeah,
hats you could
yeah.
buy.
Exactly. I don't have a favorite team. I mean, if I had to pick one, probably the Guardians, but I don't know anyone on the team.
Yeah,
Corey Kluber retired. He used to play for them.
I'm in the same boat as you, dude.
Yeah.
I don't really have a favorite team and everything. I just know that Grant is rooting for the Reds every single
Yeah.
season. Adam is a Guardians fan for the most part. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh no. He is an Atlanta Braves fan. He was upset that they changed the name to the Guardians.
Right. And that's a whole can of worms that we will not open today.
But we'll let
So
him go. We'll let him go off on that online at another time when we're not present.
yeah, we'll say we're recording and then
Yeah.
just mute his mic and everything.
And
So
then the last one, I think you just have to fight Grant head to head. He says Batman Begins is better than The Dark Knight Rises. It's been
uh,
forever since I've seen Batman Begins.
no, well, like you know me, I watch those every Tuesday
That's
instead
true.
of and I'm inclined to agree with Grant on this one.
Oh,
Batman Begins is probably one of the best origin movies for a superhero ever, because like it's really the only origin movie we've ever gotten for Batman,
true.
and there's been a lot of takes on Batman. Christian Bale, I think he's
He's
probably
the best. He's the
he's
GOAT.
he's one of, if not the best. Like
Yes.
he's really good. I really like him. Great story, great acting, all-star cast. The Dark Knight Rises, it gets hated on more than I'm comfortable with, but I think the strengths of Batman Begins outweigh the strengths of The Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises is Bane, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was
but Batman Begins is Liam Neeson. So
what's his name? Krav Maga?
no,
No.
it was not Krav Maga. It was it was Raz Al Ghul, even though it's pronounced Ra's al Ghul.
I wasn't that far off.
Well, I guess not, but
He probably knows Krav Maga. Krav Maga.
it's Krav Maga,
Trav,
dude.
trav. All right, so let's get to the important stuff, right? And
Yeah,
that's the things that I want to talk about.
yeah. What's occupying
If
your
Grant,
headspace?
if Grant wants to talk about his list, Grant should get his ass on the podcast. How's that sound, Grant?
Hey, fair enough,
Jeez,
dude. Fair enough.
jeez. Um, So last week I talked about my little nephew Baylor. Um, Alexa's family said it was the best episode we've ever done. Um, I don't I don't know if they were biased or what, but it was probably everything else we talked about. But I was holding him the other day, and by the other day I mean last night,
Yeah,
and he was wearing mittens because he keeps scratching his face with his little fingernails. So I took the mittens off. This kid can be a catcher without the glove. This kid's hands are enormous. He's the biggest newborn I've ever seen in my life. He has super long fingers and he has giant feet. So if this kid doesn't go D1, then we're gonna have some issues, Baylor.
dude. Like as I talked about last week, I became an uncle. Caleb
Yeah,
had a kid.
yeah,
Spontaneously for you guys, came out of nowhere for you, but but for me, I was expecting it for a while.
yeah, yeah.
And little, so we got Baylor for you,
Baylor and Bailey.
and Bailey for me, Bailey Burgett, uh, beautiful little child and
Mhm.
everything. I was there like hours after she was born at the hospital, and I held her, and like my mom, she like unswaddled her. I guess I don't know the proper terminology for that.
Sure.
And then I looked at her hands, and her like. Have you ever seen Pan's Labyrinth or like the? Have you
Oh
ever
yeah,
heard of
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You ever seen like that monster that like has like eyeballs in his hands, and his hands are like 10 inches long and everything? Like this girl has Kawhi Leonard hands. Like
I don't know
she
if it's just relative to the small baby body, but I mean, this kid's the claw.
seriously, dude. Like she could palm a basketball right now.
Yeah, and like I don't know about Bailey, but Baylor's big, which just leads even lends even more credence to the nickname of Tex because everything is bigger in Texas.
Dude, Tex would be
I'm gonna
such
make that stick if it's the last thing I do.
dude, Tex would be such a cool name.
That's what I'm
Su
saying.
Such a cool nick. Like we got to have Baylor in the friend group just so we can have a friend named Tex.
No, no, Baylor's gonna be a ride or die for us for sure.
Well, that's good.
And Bailey can be too. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll bring
Bring them
what's
all. Everybody
yeah.
eats.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what's a good nickname for Bailey? BB gun?
Yeah. You never know what's gonna come out of her mouth. That little rascal, her.
She shoots off. I tell you
Oh
what,
yeah.
she has allergies.
Oh.
No, she doesn't. I'm just kidding. Like, that came out of nowhere. Sorry, that's
Yeah, she
uh,
has
she.
allergies.
I don't think she has allergies. At least,
Let's hope not. Let's
yeah.
hope
Let's.
not.
She's very healthy and
Good.
everything.
Good, 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 good.
But like, I mean, like contrary to Baylor, Bailey's not an enormous baby. She weighs about 6 pounds and everything, and
She has giant hands.
her hands are just like taken up. Like I
Yeah.
think she weighs 6 pounds. Her hands are four. Okay, like she's 4 pounds worth of hands.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
and I was just like, like I was just like, oh my gosh, cute little baby and every. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
hands. Just like it, it freaked me out a little bit, but overall, cute kid. I
So
can't, can't complain.
yeah,
Nine,
no. I
nine
mean,
out,
it's a
nine
baby.
out
They're
of 10.
adorable.
9 out of 10. Yep.
So I think with within the next probably week or two, I'm going to start throwing balls at Baylor just to develop his hand-eye coordination. He doesn't really open his eyes a lot. He's usually asleep most of the time. But if he can catch him with his eyes closed, he sure as hell can catch him with his eyes open. So I'm going to start training him within the upcoming weeks. His parents and extended family do not know this. So they can go ahead and skip ahead through this, but I have a whole training regimen set up for the first 4 years of his life. This kid's going to the league. I don't care which league. He might be a pro lacrosse player, but he's going to be pro.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah, you have to establish that early on.
Yeah.
I think it's very crucial to the child's development. I mean, there are psychology books out there. Forget about those.
No, 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 no,
No,
no, no.
don't need them. Okay. Listen to the I'm No Genius podcast, episode 67. We will tell you how to parent your baby step by step. Step one, buy them your preferred school's gear. For example, at the baby shower for Bailey, I bought her not one, not two, but three Ohio State onesies.
The, the. That's all I
The
gotta say. That's
Ohio
all I
State.
gotta say.
So we're establishing that early on. She will be an Ohio State fan, and
Mm.
if the Lord above is willing, she will attend Ohio State.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm praying for that to happen. And number two, you have to establish a workout regimen, like you're
Hmm.
talking about. You have to
Hmm.
establish, what on Monday we're doing wind sprints. On Tuesday we're doing abs.
Hmm.
Wednesday we're doing chest and back. we're just like, it's a 5 day split just to start out. Won't go too crazy with it. And then Thursday, arms, and then Friday, legs. It's
And then
easy.
we'll do some speed and agility stuff to get his motor skills down. But yeah, he's gonna be a problem in the future. Just a warning to everyone, scouts, get an eye on this kid. He's an issue for sure, and he'd be a big asset to your program.
Yeah, like I swear, every year they're recruiting younger and younger, and like you got to you get your name out there, start signing up for recruitment websites and
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
You know, that you can never start too early, is what
Nope.
I'm saying. You can always be a little prepared, stuff like that.
Exactly. And not only that, but he's the cutest little Mr. Mans in the world.
Dude, he's like Bailey too. Okay,
Yeah.
she could be a Sports Illustrated cover athlete and everything. Yeah, I know she's got the it
But when
factor.
it's time to lock in, when we step between those lines, we're locked in. Understood? He knows.
That's
He knows.
exactly right.
This
And
kid's gonna be all right. He knows.
I hope my brother doesn't raise Bailey to be, as Phil Robertson would say, one of them yuppie girls and stuff. Yeah, that's I don't want that for
Yeah.
my niece and everything.
And
And
she doesn't want that. You can just tell by the look in her eyes. Whenever
yeah,
they're open, she doesn't want to be a little yuppie girl.
yeah, like even when I was holding her at the hospital, she looked at me with those eyes. She goes, "Put me down, Mister Man. I want to walk out of here."
Yeah,
And I was just like,
champ.
"Yeah, you do."
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm holding you. No, for right now, I'm going to hold you. And that's what I said at the time.
Yep.
But even at the baby shower, going back to that, after I gave her the beautiful 3 Ohio State onesies, the next present she opened, well, she wasn't born yet. Next present her
Yeah.
parents opened was like a little ballerina dress and a tutu that my aunt got for her and everything. And I just plainly stated, I was like, okay, don't think this is an excuse to teach her ballet. She'll be look, come on, let's get that out of the way right now. I don't want to do that. And then she like because my cousin, she does ballet and everything. So my aunt looks at me, she goes like, "Hey, what are you talking about?" And I was just like,
Uh,
look, I hate to break it to you, okay, but there's no money in ballet. All right, she wants to go to the league. She got to do something bigger. All right,
mhm, mhm.
and I just had to tell her that. I was like, look, little cousin, you got no future. All
No,
right,
sorry.
so, look, maybe
I
try
don't make the rules.
maybe try volleyball.
Yeah.
Like do what you got to do. But yeah, that's step two: establish a workout regimen, establish a sport, and then number three, you got to establish what type of music they're going to listen to.
Um, he's gonna listen to it all. He's gonna listen to it all. He's gonna listen to everything.
Well, maybe I phrased that wrong. You got to instill good music in them from a young age.
Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Of course.
So
And
what?
I have full faith in Baylor's parents that will happen.
Well, that's good. So, Cam, just talking about your childhood a little bit. What are some of the tunes that you listened to growing up?
Let's see here. One of my favorite, I don't know if it was one of my favorite songs, but it was stuck in my head quite a bit. It was the sound of a splitting maul on top of a piece of wood. That one, I just couldn't get that one out of my head. Let's see here. The pull string of a weed eater. That was always playing. What else? Um, cutting grass. That was had a good beat to it. I like that one. Trying to think what else. Yeah, the classics. How about you?
Uh, the Wiggles, the Fresh Beat Band,
Uh-huh.
Sesame Street,
Yeah.
Veggie Tales.
Hmm.
I guess I must have glossed over those earlier artists that you're referring to.
Yeah, there is like alt rock or something. I don't know.
It was all rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, I don't know. I watched the Wiggles. Yeah, I watched the Wiggles. Baby Einstein, huge Baby Einstein baby.
mm,
I don't remember what Baby Einstein was, but I watched it a lot. Little Bill, that's not a show. I mean, that's not a music, that's a show. Forget I said that.
I said Sesame Street, so
They sing in that though. I watched Sesame Street. As a like toddler on, I remember being in Dad's old maroon truck, and he would play a cassette tape of a guy named Ray Stevens, and like he was a comedian, but he would just sing like parody songs. And the other day we are at Tyler's house putting the flooring in his upstairs, and Tyler was it was like he has a song about getting a haircut, and Tyler was singing the song, and all three of us just would not stop singing the song, and Allie's like, "Would you all please shut up? What is this?"
I know what you're talking about. I love parody songs so much. I mean,
Yeah,
Weird Al is the big one.
yeah, yeah.
I listened to a lot of Weird Al when I was a kid.
We know.
Yeah. I don't know what that was right there. That seemed like it was a jab
No, no,
at
no. Go
me,
on, go on, go on.
at my taste in music, and I will not have that.
I listened to Weird Al. I distinctively remember one time, the first time I ever saw the music video to Weird Al's "Fat," the parody of "Bad," and then I don't know what I did, but I remember watching the video on the computer in the den, and then later that night, Dad had me bent over his knee and he was whooping my ass because I did something. I got in trouble. I don't remember what I got in trouble for. I just remember that was the same night I saw Weird Al's "Fat."
So Weird Al is closely associated with trauma for you.
Not even trauma. I mean, I probably deserved it, you know?
It was fully justified at
Yeah.
the end of the day. But
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the Weird Al Yankovic movie with Daniel Radcliffe?
No, but Dad and Braden saw it and they said it was weird, but it was funny because it wasn't really about his life. It was just a parody of parody movies.
Yeah, it was completely untrue, despite like the open. You know, like how most movies they have like the opening card and
Yeah.
everything, and they say like the following events actually happened. This is based on a true story. That it was the same thing for this movie, but it went like on. It was like a paragraph long. Everything in this movie happened for real in real life from the event, like you know, and stuff like that. So in the Weird Al movie, Weird Al gets his start. The first song he submits to a radio station charts like number one on the Billboard charts, which was My Bologna,
Yeah.
and
Classic.
yeah. And then after that, he starts to create original songs only, and he decides to write this song called "Eat It," which Michael Jackson then parodies and creates "Beat It." So Michael Jackson made the parody to his song. So,
Gotcha.
or like, I guess it's an anti-spoof or something. So
Gotcha.
it was really unoriginal of Michael Jackson at the time. And then after that, Weird Al dates Madonna, and then it's just he goes even crazier from there. He takes LSD with Rainn Wilson,
Nice.
which was really strange. It was a really
That
strange part of the movie,
that
but
probably happened though.
that probably did happen, honestly, knowing the life of Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listened to Weird Al growing up. I listened to a lot of Brad Paisley with my dad.
You were a big
Um
Brad Posey guy.
I still am a big Brad Paisley
Yeah.
guy. And I think I've told this on here before. It's because we had this stupid Brad Paisley CD stuck in the CD player back when we used to have those of my dad's 2006 Ford F-150,
Yeah.
which, if you remember, I drove for 3 out of 4 years of high school
Yeah. Until it died.
and until it literally just died.
It literally just died.
It would not run anymore. I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, like I have like, 40 songs in Brad Paisley's catalog that I can sing word for word.
Dude, that's where like, and I'm sure this happens for everyone, that you listen to the CDs that's in your parents' car. Like Alexa knows every classic rock song that was ever released in the 80s. Like word for word, because that's all our dad played. But that like that pair the Ray Stevens cassette tape, know that dad also had a Chicago CD, which was awesome, Chicago Rocks, old rocks. And then he had the Adele 21 CD, bangers only on that bad boy. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The 21 CD, what songs were on that again?
I think it was 21. Is it 21 or
What was it? Rolling in the Deep?
8? Yeah. Set Fire to the Rain.
Oh, dude.
Adele
Adele's
21.
such a good singer.
Adele 21 track list. Rolling in the Deep. Rumor has it. Turning Tables. Don't You Remember? Set Fire to the Rain. Um, I don't know. Oh, Someone Like You is the last song on it. I mean, come on. This
Oh
could be
my
her greatest
gosh.
hits album.
Dude, like that's such a good album right there. And especially Someone Like You. We've listened to that song as a friend group. We have listened to that song in very weird places. Just off the top of my head, we listened to it a couple of times as we were lifting in the weight room at Tays Valley High School.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's not
And
weird. That's juice.
but that is juice and everything. It gets the people going. That song along with I think it's "Lay Me Down" by Sam Smith.
Yes, I do. I believe. You know.
Yeah, is "Can I lay
Yeah.
by?" Yeah, yeah, you know it. We had those as a team. We had those moments to bond together and everything.
What was what was the one song that you and I bonded to quite frequently? That was phrased
Oh,
wrong, but you know what I mean.
well, yeah. Uh, I'm trying to remember.
No, you know
It's
exactly what song it is, Eli.
it's
Because
a
every time I sang it to you, and not only that I sing it to you, I would pour my heart out to you while singing this song, and you just rejected every little bit of it. But go ahead and tell them the song.
I are you referring to like I'm gonna lose you
Yes, that's
by
exactly the song. This segment
but
is specifically for my mother because she found it the funniest thing in the world. That's just
yeah.
how uncomfortable you would get. But damn it, I meant it, Eli.
Well, Cam, here's the thing. Okay. I was uncomfortable, and I know which time you were referring to specifically because your mom videotaped it and sent it to my mom, and it's probably on her Facebook somewhere.
That's probably true.
And we were at Kings Island for an AAU tournament, and we were all like, my parents were in Kansas City for a wedding, and I was at the AAU tournament with you guys. So I stayed in your hotel room,
Mhm.
and this was also the same weekend that I didn't wake up, but like I was in the middle I was in the middle of the night, and I just apparently I like sat up and I said, my
I said,
eyes.
my eyes, and then laid back down. I was like, oh my God.
Scared the crap out of you. And sorry about that, by the
That's
way.
how it happens.
But this same AAU trip, you like the song came on. I think we were listening to like Pandora or something. The song came on. You were about to hop in the shower before one of our games, and you like immediately stop whatever you're doing. You were shirtless and you hop out and you're just like, I found myself dream, and you start singing to me. I'm sitting on the bed trying to just like not be near you at this
Hmm.
point,
Hmm.
and you keep getting closer and closer, and I was just like, get away from me, you freak. And
Uh-huh.
you were so I'm not gonna lie, dude, you made me uncomfortable. I don't mean to out you here
Yeah,
on this
no,
podcast, but
no, it's
like
fine. It's fine.
it wasn't the most comfortable moment of my life, dude. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah. No, I completely understand that. I just remembered a completely different way. And we're kind of lucky that there wasn't like a recording artist or like a producer of some sort that was in the room or even in the hotel that heard me because we wouldn't have been able to play in the games. They would have whisked me away to Hollywood to make some more bangers. So we kind of lucked out there, but you know that song will stick with us forever and ever and ever, right?
It will.
Okay, good.
It's our song, you know?
Yes. Yep.
It's like Taylor Swift said. It's our song.
Yeah. I
And
would like to kind of not preface because we were already talking about we're not gay.
yeah,
just just throwing that out there.
yeah, that's it's
Um,
we're not,
we're not. We're just bonded forever by a love song.
Yeah. I mean, Cam just has a girlfriend that he hates, and I'm single.
No,
So
I do
uh
not hate her. I love her.
oh,
I
okay,
love her so much.
okay, you change your tone when we're recording, but like,
Stop.
I'm just saying,
You're
like,
gonna get me.
before we started, you're just, oh my gosh, Alexa
Shut,
keeps
shut.
keeps keeps blowing up my phone, just like, my goodness.
God, I make you uncomfortable in a hotel one time. You start making up lies.
I'm
God,
just okay, fine. What? Sorry, Alexa, I don't mean to spread lies about your boy toy,
that
but
didn't happen.
yeah,
I love you so much,
it didn't happen.
and
Can
I
you
don't complain about you.
quote unquote? It didn't happen.
Eli's just mad. Eli's just mad. That's all it boils down to.
But
Eli's just mad.
were you gonna say Eli's mad because he doesn't have a girlfriend?
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
You were gonna go there. I know you were.
That's mad.
You're
That's
just
all it is. You're just
Eli's
mad.
just mad. He's just mad.
It's
He's,
just, that's how I talk. Sometimes I start to talk,
you sound like
and then I
Christopher.
pause.
You sound like Christopher Walken. Just like
I sound like
Eli,
Jim.
he's just mad, and he's just mad. You know,
That's all it is. It's a little
that's all.
angry.
That's all it is, dude. Oh my gosh. Let's end this while we're
Oh,
ahead.
thank God.
Yeah. Cam, final words.
Um, I don't remember much of what we talked about tonight, but this was fun.
This was a lot of fun. Like I feel like we always like our character arcs on these podcasts. It's just a full circle.
Yeah,
We just go in a huge loop and we get right back to where we started.
yeah,
So
yeah.
uh let's what should we have for our life lesson of this episode?
Um,
Something to do with babies, something to do with raising a child.
yeah. Trying to think. Always be prepared to, I don't know. I mean, I guess you have 9 months to prepare for a child. Yeah, you have 9 months to prepare for your baby to get there. So you better have a detailed regimen, at least for the first 4 years, done on what they're going to eat, how they're going to train, all that. And it's important to remember, it's how bad you want it, not the child. You want it. Live vicariously through this little thing who can barely open their eyes because of what you want. Keep that in mind. That's important to remember.
Yeah, I think some of the happiest children on earth are, you know, children of, overprotective, overbearing,
Mhm.
over, encouraging parents
Mhm.
out there and
Mhm.
everything. Those are the happiest because that they care at the end of the day. They care
I
about,
mean, they get TV shows, Toddlers and Tiaras, Dance Moms. What was the football one? Friday Night Tots or something.
Friday Night Tykes,
Yes. Those
dude.
people who you should look up to and want to be as parents.
Yeah.
As not a parent myself.
Yeah. As you know,
I've had parents though that weren't anything like that.
and look at you now.
And look
You're
at me now.
you're not in the league.
Exactly.
Okay.
I
Correlation.
mean, the best they could do is get me to NAI. Come on now.
Jeez, dude. I mean,
Jeez.
if your parents were just, turn the dial up to 11 a little bit and, really push the
Yep.
dance moms, like, overbearingness,
Mm-hmm.
you signed a 3-year contract right now
Hey,
for the Green Bay Packers.
guess guess they're gonna have to live in the same house. Can't buy you a new one.
Hey, dude,
Whatever.
yeah. But
Thank you, mom and dad, for not being like that.
yeah, seriously. Thank you, mom and dad. We love you,
Yes.
yeah, lesson for the parents out there. If you want to have a successful baby, listen to us. We will
Yeah.
show you the way.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it.
Not even successful baby. If you want success, listen to us.
If you want success in general, we got tips for everything.
Everything.
Yeah, today we just highlighted the baby tips. Next episode, we're going to talk about what trades you need to be making on the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
From everyone here at I'm No Genius, I'm Eli. He's Cam. Thank you for listening. Good luck to your children out there in the world. They should be listening to this by now. I don't know what they're doing if they're not.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Everybody loves my baby, but my baby knows